Hi, this is Ms. Kazak, and I'm going to tell you about pencil grips today and how your student should be gripping their pencil. Now, the way we teach it in kindergarten is to start with two pinching fingers, your thumb and your pointer finger. We start with those to pinch at the base of the pencil right about here. Okay, so we pinch. Sometimes it's easier to start with the pencil laying down on the table. Then they can pinch at the base. And then we talk about how this is kind of like a little bed for our pencil. So after that, you want to set the pencil all the way back so he's lying in bed, sometimes we'll say. And then I have these two fingers to pinch the rest of the pencil. My other three fingers can go to the back. Sometimes I can curl them, and sometimes they'll just support from back here. But the main thing is that my two fingers here are pinching the pencil between, and my other fingers are in the back. Sometimes we also talk about using a car, for example. You have two people in the front of the car, your driver and your passenger, and then the rest of the family, my other fingers, can go to the back. A couple of things that we sometimes see in kindergarten. One, a lot of this pencil grip where it's not pinched between the fingers or not quite pinched between the fingers. The reason that this is difficult is because then when they're writing, they can't really see what they're writing, especially when we're learning. It can be hard if you're just guessing where your pencil is going. If I'm doing the pinch grip though, now I can see exactly what I'm writing. We also sometimes see some grips like this, so we want to try and get those fingers so that there's only two in front and three in the back. We also want to make sure that that pencil really is laying in bed, as we call it, because if we're gripping our pencil like this and it's just straight up and down, it's really hard to have good pressure on the paper and have control of that pencil. But if I can lay it in bed and keep it here, then I can push much harder when I write with my pencil. A few things that might help if your student is having a hard time with this. One might be to use a smaller pencil. You can actually just get a normal pencil. I could just break this in half and then sharpen it so that it would be shorter. You can also order smaller pencils online as well, and I would just do the same thing, but it's a little bit shorter for those small hands to grip, which sometimes helps. And you can also find lots of different kinds of pencil grips. Here's one example. So I could just put this on my pencil. Make sure it's low. Sometimes kids will try and hold their pencil way up here and it can be really hard to grip. Sometimes even just having the grip helps them know where to go. And then I'm still using these two fingers to pinch, and then it kind of cushions my other three fingers, which are gonna go on the back. And then I can be writing like this. If that's still tricky for your student, because sometimes they'll still try and do their regular grip just with the pencil grip on there. Another good one is one of these with three. You can find these at Lakeshore. You can order them online. I like this one just because it really gets the kids, they have no choice but to use three fingers. So I get that a little bit low at the right spot. And then there's one hole that's a little bit bigger. That will be for the child's thumb. Mine probably doesn't fit in there, but you can kind of imagine. So they put their three fingers in there, and then these two fingers are the ones that are going to be gripping the hardest, and then your other three, your third finger can go to the back so that I'm writing this way. You can also be creative. There are lots of ideas online. You can use ping pong balls. I've seen people use a sock where they cut out two holes so that only your two pincher fingers can go through, and it forces the other three fingers to stay in the back. So there's lots of different things that you can do to help your student with this at home. The most important thing though is that they're being consistent. We are working really hard at school to help correct your child's pencil grip so that they don't have trouble moving up the line when they start writing more and more. It can hurt their hands or be tricky to have nice handwriting, lots of different things. So it's just important to stay consistent. We're working on fixing your child's pencil grip at school and helping them do that. And if you can help direct them on how to hold their pencil at home as well, that will be really helpful for them. Thank you for your help with this.